Hey, what's up guys? It's that web guy, and I'm going to show you a very quick way to do a periodical animation with MooTools. So what we're basically going to be doing is taking this blue box that I have here and making it move to the right 5 times in increments of 1 second. This might be useful if you're making some kind of little loading bar or, I don't know, whatever you want to use it for. So what we're going to do is head up into our MooTools script and already have the Windows DOM ready, so don't worry about that unless you haven't added it. Go ahead and add that. You're always going to want to have that in your MooTools script. So now the next thing we're going to do is create a counter, and that counter is going to allow us to move our box at intervals. So go ahead and create a new variable called counter with a value of 0. So we want it to default at 0. You can default it at 1 if you want, but that's just going to go out with strange things. We're just going to do this one with 0. So then you're going to create another variable after that named move left, and this is where you're going to control your function that's going to cause your box to move. So we're going to create a new function, and inside this function we're going to use the tween tool. So I'm going to go ahead and select my blue box with my with a CSS selector, because that's what I named my selector. So go ahead and select blue box, but then I'm going to tween it. And what the tween animation is, or tween option is it'll allow you to resize things, to increase the margins, padding, things like that you can do inside the tween function or option. So once you've started that, then you're going to open it up, and we're going to be editing the margin on the left side. That'll cause it to move to its right. So I'm going to go ahead and do the margin left, and then the way I'm going to control it is the counter plus 1 times, whoa, where's my times? Times 50, there we go. And close that and add that. And so basically what this tween is doing here is you're taking the counter, and whatever number that counter's at, it's going to add 1 and then multiply that by 50, and that's the amount of pixels that the blue box is going to move from the left side. So if the counter's at 0, then it's going to move it 50 pixels from the left. If the counter's at 1 because it's already moved once, then it's going to move it 100 pixels from the left. So it's continually moving it extra 50 and 50 and 50. Now you do have to add a little function, just something that makes the counter move when you execute this function, and you just add the counter ++, and that's just going to add a number to the counter every time this function is executed. Then you're going to add, we need to make sure that the function actually stops after it moves 5 times, or our blue box would just move infinitely off the side of our screen, and then we'd have no more wonderful blue box. So we're just going to add a simple little thing that's like, if counter equals 5, then we want it to stop moving. So we're just going to go ahead and open up a function that's going to be clear, which is, it's a MooTool command that'll stop whatever's happening, and we need to make a new variable in a second that'll be called moving, and that's when it is moving. And you can just end that right here, close that off, and then down here we're going to close off the second part, and then we're going to have to make another little variable down here named moving, and that's what's going to make our thing move periodically. So we're going to make variable moving equals move left, which is, don't forget, that's the move left is the variable up here that makes the box actually move, dot periodical, which is setting a timer, and we're just going to do 1,000, which is 1,000 milliseconds, or 1 second. So that's going to make it so that every 1 second the box is going to move 50 pixels over until it's moved 5 times, and then it'll stop. So let's go ahead and preview this in Chrome. Got it right here, and you can see the box is moving, and after it moves 5 times, it'll stop, and that'll be 250 pixels away from the left margin. So it's just a simple little animation. I'll run it one more time. You can just watch it go, and yeah guys, that's all you have to do. So if you got any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment, subscribe for more tutorials on HTML, CSS, MooTool, JavaScript, and jQuery.